Welcome back to your channel, man. Welcome back to your channel. It's your boy Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to you the way I always do. Fair, unbiased, raw, and uncut. Some brothers gonna like it, some ain't, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button like I always say. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're missing that dog talk, man. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here and drop down in the comments and chat like you always do. Big salute to the brothers, like I always say, the sisters, like I always say, that be rocking with me in the chat on a daily or whenever I drop my videos. Big shout out to all the dog lovers from across the world, from one side of the planet to the other side. We're gonna get into a little bit of that dog talk today. No news, just some dog talk. And I'm touch on a few things I hear brothers talking about and questions that brothers may have. Like I said, I want to send a big shout out to everybody that dropped donations to the channel. Big shout out to my man Tony. Big shout out to my man Legion Fury donating to the channel. Salute to all the brothers and sisters. Like I said, if you want to donate, hit the super chat or hit me up in the cash app. $ Pelican Bay Kennel, capital P, capital B, capital K. And if you having uncertainty, holla at me personally. You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is. Let's just talk a little bit about this dog talk, my brothers. Hope everybody had a great holiday weekend, and ready to start this work week off. So first thing I want to speak about, man, I want to just touch on something. I was looking at the brother Summer video, and he was touching up on some great topics, and he touched up on one that I want to talk a little bit about myself. And brothers are speaking about hide and stuff, and I wanted to show and talk about the different, you know, what makes hide different, at least in my opinion. Okay, when you see me with the hide, this is deer hide that I use, and I'm gonna tell you why I use this. And there's a few reasons. I done tried all different kind. Okay. Now, when it come to deer hide, most of the time I got this off of, a deer that we go out and do the hunting, and then we take the deer and cut the hide off of them. After we take the meat off the deer. All right. Now, the thing about the deer hide is, to me, the deer hide is the optimal hide. The cow hide is gonna be your strongest hide. Your cow hide is gonna be your hardest hide, your toughest hide. The hide is gonna probably last you the longest. You know. Now, what I will say is, when it comes to deer hide, uh, it's pretty good on lasting a long time. It stays pretty solid. You see, and this how you want it. Now, when it comes to hog hide, the thing is, this is the difference between hog hide and what makes hog hide, to me, the lower quality of the three. You got the cow, the deer, and you may use any other kind of hide from like a moose or elk or something, but I'm just talking about the deer, the cow, and the hog hide. Like I said, your deer, your cow hide is gonna be your sturdy stuff. Your hide is gonna last pretty much through all your weather when you're leaving it outside, and it's gonna, be good. Your deer hide will do the same as well. Your deer hide will do the same as well. But when it comes to the hog hide, it's great hide for the dogs to grab onto. But what I found out about the hog hide is when the dogs start biting on it, and the saliva gets on the hide and the hide gets wet, then it turns soft. The hide turns soft. And that's, pretty much one of the main differences in the hides. Like I said, your cow hide, which you can, a lot of times people selling it online, and they'll sell you strips of it, be hard strips. And it's gonna be a little harder if you, some dogs, and this is the thing about it, like when it come to bite suits and stuff like that. And when a lot of y'all brothers who don't know about far as training wise, and you go grab these sleeves offline before you do your research, this is the thing, man. When you got a young puppy and you trying to start any kind of bite stuff, you want the softest material as possible. Whatever you got them biting on. Like my little pup, I got the bite sleeve hanging in the cage for her to bite on, right? Now, I just got that for her to play with. When I actually start going out and letting her, maybe just by her playing with it, she'll be able to do it. But when I actually want her to hold some grips on stuff, I need for her to have soft material for her to bite onto. And that's with all the dogs, with training and all. You gradually build a dog up to stronger material to bite on. So with the cowhide, it's gonna be a little harder, you know. So just keep that in mind. And if you don't actually got a cow where you can go out there and butcher and get the cowhide yourself, then pretty much your hide that you get from somebody else is gonna be squared off. You know, they're gonna give it to you in squares, which is great because you can just put on the flirt pole and have it dangling or whatever. But it's not gonna be, you know, how you think it, and it's all soft and the dog can grab it. And he'll be able to grab it, you know, but it will continue to be hard, and that's what you want, you know. And some dogs, that's what you're gonna need, you know. But for your younger dogs, you want something a little more softer, and that's when you go with your deer, you know, and your hog hide. And like if this was cow, and I probably wouldn't be able to bend this like this, you know. And like I said, I could put this in the rain and it still will be functional, you know, as soon as it dry out. And it don't take long to dry out. It's not soaking in the water like the hog hide does. Now, let's just, you know, play scientist for a minute, brothers. While we talking about the hide, let's just play scientist for a minute, sisters. Uh, what would make the hog hide softer? You know, maybe it's the fat on the animal. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't know. I'm just guessing. And I'm talking to y'all out there, and we talking about three different hides: cowhide, deer hide, and hog hide, and the difference in between. And in a few seconds, we'll talk about curing it out as well. But uh, only thing I can really see is far as the fat level in the animals, you know. But the cow may have fat, but it's gonna have a whole lot of meat on it as well and muscle. But the hog, that's the only reason I can see his skin actually being that much softer, you know. And when it get hard, it's gonna get hard. It'll stay hard. But when the dog grab it for a little while, and they say some of y'all brothers have the dogs hanging on it, once it gets a lot of saliva on the hog hide, it will get real soft. And sometimes the dog can actually rip it. You know, he can actually rip it. It gets that soft. It gets about like a I'm gonna tell you exactly what it feel like. Feel like a them yellow rags you wipe a car down with. What you call it? Dang, I can't even think. But you know what I'm talking about? The yellow spongy rags you wipe the car downs with. Car down with. Um, that's exactly what it feel like when it get wet. If you got a nice big piece, and then you just imagine the dog grabbing that, and he gonna be able to rip it. And I don't you know. If you got hog hide and get wet, the best thing for you to do is just let it get back dry again. Go mess with it. Let it get back dry and go mess with it. Cause when you got it good and wet and say your dog done been on it for an hour, he'll rip that thing apart and you just be wasting your hide. So if you want to save your hide, go up to a stronger grade, which would be your deer or your cow, which is gonna be your maximum strength. You know, your cow gonna be your maximum strength. Um, a puppy, and like I said, when you got a young puppy that's 3 months old and you got him biting a big piece of cowhide, it's great because I got mine biting deer hide. But the thing is, I'm looking at him. She can bite it, but she can't bite it. You know, and you don't want to just you want to actually work the dog. You want the dog to get something out of the plate. You know, you don't want to some object too hard for a puppy will deter him from biting the object. He'll bite it, and you'll think he want it. He'll want it, but then he'll bite it for a few times, and then he'll let it go because he don't really want to bite it. It's too hard for him. So gradually go up and get him things that his teeth can sink into, you know. And this the thing. This is the dog training trick. You know this. Um, you always let your dog win. Sometimes you know when you give them, we give them these spring poles and we give them the flirts or whatever, or however we let them hang on the stuff. You gotta let your dog win sometime. Let him take the flirt pole and run off with it. Not run in the woods and never come back, of course. I'm talking about just let him run around and have your long leash or something and let him run around in a circle with it. Let him own that object. You know what I'm saying? So when you take it out again, now let me tell you a flirt pole trick, brothers. You know what I'm saying? This is a dog training trick, but use it with your flirt pole and get the same uh work from it. Okay, boom. See, when we do the training, we might do 15 minutes, right? 15-minute increment. I might do a 10-minute increment and then put them in the cage, a little small cage, not no big kennel cage, a small you know, shipping crate type cage. Put him in a small cage, cover it up where he can't see nothing. You want it completely black in there, and you only leaving them in there for about 30 minutes. Because like I said, this is gonna be quick intervals. But the thing is, what you want is when you put them in there, because when we're doing it in training, it's like when I put him in this cage, he don't got nothing else to focus on. All he gonna remember when I bring him out is what he remembered when I put him in there, because we got everything blocked out. You know what I'm saying? We got everything blocked out. It's got the sheet or something over the cage. You got it where he can breathe and all that, of course, but he just can't see nothing. You know, so he just building up drive, like he's building up. He's ready to come out. He's ready to come out. And when he come out, he's gonna remember. He's gonna get straight to the point which you had him at last time. If you bringing him back out doing the same thing, if I bring him back out to the flirt pole, he's gonna jump back straight on it, wild like a wild man. Because he felt like he was uh, tied down for them 15, 20 minutes. You know, but if I was doing it in training wise, as far as to get him to sit, stay, or down or something, I'm gonna teach him my sits for 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna bring him in, put him in that cage, what I'm telling y'all about, cover it up, make sure it's covered. He ain't got no distractions from no other dogs. And then about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, I'll bring him out again. But he only remembers, or you got a better chance of keeping that in his memory. So when we come back out again, it's straight what we left off doing. He ain't got to worry about seeing somebody walk by and he automatically distracted, seeing this person do this and he automatically distracted doing that. So you're just staying on it. You know what I'm saying? You're just staying on it. And that's just my opinion on that situation, man. Um, I think all hides good. When it comes to curing them out, I'm not a professional on that. I learned the country way. I'm not sure if it's the right way. I'm gonna explain it to you now, and if I saying something wrong, then may any brother or sister get down in the chat and correct me. But from what I was taught, say if I hunt a deer and it's time to do the skinning and I got the meat and everything off and I got my hide, what you do, you get it how you want it, the size you want it, and what I was taught, I sprinkle my salt on it all across the fat on the fat side. I sprinkle salt all on it, you know, and you want to keep it in a dry, warm area. Not warm enough to keep the hide soft, but a dry area, just a dry area, enough the so the salt can sink in the skin and basically cure it out, purify it out, clean it out and stuff from any kind of bacteria and things like that. I never really did any in the wintertime. The time I did it, was in the summer. And when I got the deer hide, it was already cured out when I got it. So and the time I did the hog hide, I did the hog hide in the summer. Never did the deer hide because it's not deer season. But in the hog hide, you can hunt hogs anytime. So but yeah, man, just keep that in mind. It's a little difference in the hides when you get your hides. Um, your hog gonna be your toughest, your deer gonna be your next, and your your cow gonna be your toughest, your deer gonna be next, and then your hog gonna be your weakest. Your hide that'll rip once your dog, like I say, your dog that keep that saliva and get it good and wet and work that hide for a long time, he'll rip it. You know what I'm saying? He will rip it. Now, I will say this, man. I will say this. Big salute to all the podcasts out there, but I want to say I take pride in being the podcast that make it comfortable for them brothers to come up here, tell the truth, man. Like they say on Shay Shay, we make it comfortable for brothers to tell the truth. And we got enough bulldog credentials ourselves where they can't say we was just on the bench. We was on the bench. We never played the game. We never got no starting time. We never made no shots, no points to put towards the team winning. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that. So we make it comfortable for brothers to tell the truth. At the end of the day, and I want to say this, man. Before I make this statement I'm about to make, I don't got no problem out there with none of y'all brothers. We gonna get this dog news. You know what I'm saying? Leave wherever situation at, leave it where it's at. Uh, if you want to rag on with certain situations, that's you. I showed each and every one of you, that I can defend myself when it comes to uh anything with this social media stuff. However you want to take it. I don't want to take it to that level with none of y'all brothers. I don't want to hurt none of y'all brothers or get myself hurt. You know, but I'm gonna give that news and I'm gonna speak the truth when it come to these dogs. I can't help if you get mad about the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm here to talk about. What I am saying though is I don't got no problem with none of y'all fellas. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like I said, let whatever is be wherever it's at, and I'm gonna leave it where it's at my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, uh, it just is what it is, man. PBK gonna give it to brothers the way I always do, fair and unbiased. You know what I'm saying? If we sit around and sugarcoat a lot of this stuff, and we sit around and play friends and lie to brothers out here, this whole game will be tainted up, man. This whole game will be tainted up. And that gets me to the topic that I'm speaking about now when I'm speaking about uh, why it just seems like it's cool for all us brothers to say we grown, for all us brothers to say we grown, right? And I keep saying my brothers because I have to ask my sisters, and like I said, I want to say this too. Big salute to the brothers that's rocking with the other podcasts. I haven't really dropped a whole lot of videos on it yet, but we about to be monetized. So I'm not sure exactly 100% what I'm doing on it yet. Could do sports, could do a little bit of everything, could do my fellas and my ladies talk, just between my fellas and I ain't showed them I do yet, but big salute to you because the channel almost monetized and I ain't even promoted yet. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So just give me a few days, a few weeks, when we had that thing rolling the way it's supposed to be rolling. But I want to ask this, man. When it comes to just being grown and doing grown things, like I don't knock no brother for being involved in any organizations we be involved in, doing certain things, that we do, unless it's like getting yourself in trouble, But my thing is, how easy is it for brothers to come up and be like, yo, you supposed to be mad at somebody because I'm mad at them? That's the corniest thing I've seen modern day time brothers do. You can't be mad at somebody because the next person mad at them. You don't even understand why you mad at somebody and you mad at them because I'm mad at them. There's nobody I deal with and I want them to come on the channel right that night. When it comes to these dogs, right? Which one of y'all brothers did I ever say be mad at any of them brothers that I be talking trash to because I'm mad at them? Which one of y'all did rock with my channel? Big salute to my fam, sure enough, straight soldier. Sure enough, did I ever tell you to jump on them boys? Or you did that off the strength of your love, my brother? Brothers do stuff off the strength of their love, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't be mad, and I'm not talking about you, bro, because me and you rocking, like 100 grand, you know. But I'm talking about just anybody in general, man. Brothers be mad at, and when I say mad, real life mad, not social media mad. You real life mad because of what goes on social media. You know, a lot, and that's why I tell any brother and sister, do not get on this social media if you don't got tough skin. If you want to go out here and max out and go out here and hurt and do all this stuff because of one brother said something about you on a video, don't get on YouTube, period. You know what I'm saying? Don't get on Facebook, none of that stuff. You're not built for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to max out because of what somebody say, this ain't that atmosphere for that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all brothers, y'all take this social media stuff and you run your hate in real life. You know what I'm saying? You running your hate in real life. That's why I say, man, I don't got no problem with y'all brothers. Because a lot of y'all brothers, y'all do fake stuff out here and you're not ready for that really real that you think you ready for when it go down. You know what I'm saying? The way it go down. And like I said, I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm not going to get up there and act like I'm tough, like I want to hurt somebody. I don't got time for it. I don't want to hurt you because if I hurt you, then you probably got a family member that want to come back and hurt me. At least if you know the game, that's how the game go. And I don't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I carry myself in that way. I always respect folk, and I get that same type back. It just is what it is. But a lot of folk don't know how to distinguish and understand when I come to work or when I come to social media. You know, it just is what it is. I come to give this dog talk or whatever talk I'm giving, and I'm gonna give it to you fair and uncut, no matter what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing. But y'all brothers, man, y'all try to fit in too much. You try to, it's like I said before, and that's why I always say this. I got my own bulldog credentials. Cause I don't try to fit in with what you got going on. I have my own shit going on in the streets. I don't try to fit in with what you got going on. Whatever I gotta say, I'ma say it. You know what I'm saying? In this bulldog game, I did what I did. I ran the dogs I ran. I bulldog like I bulldog. And I'ma say what I wanna say, and I'm not gonna do nothing to disrespect you, but I'm not gonna hold the truth back because it might hurt your feelings about something that you trying to keep covered up for another 15, 20 years. You see, that's what my channel ain't gonna do. And some folk will be like, oh, that's drama, this. Call it what you wanna call it. If you wanna call that drama, yeah, call it what you wanna call it. But like I said, I'm trying to figure out why a lot of y'all brothers, y'all adopt other people's drama. And it's a difference between adopting somebody drama in them chats and you staying on them boys in them chats, because them boys in them chats, they probably ain't even doing none of this backstreet talking. You see? The backstreet talking and all that fake stuff is what's not necessary in the dog game. Brothers don't even know brothers, and you making opinions about stuff off of flunky moves. Flunky moves. Now we sat here month after month, year after year, and we look at certain brothers, they call names, they say this, and they say that. And we got brothers who can't possess animals. Only what kind of human being comes in a dog community to talk about K9s other than to tell brothers how to make the perfect move would not to put you in the situation that I'm in. If you're not talking about how not to get in the situation I'm in, what can you talk about if you can't own dogs? We got to start getting to some reality. We got to stop playing all this bullshit around the board. You know what I'm saying? And wanna fly off stuff you hear with no background to it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, every brother that do these YouTube channels or any kind of dog talk should have one thing in common. You want the better for these brothers out here with these dogs. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't want nobody to lose them. You shouldn't want nobody to go get themselves in no trouble. You shouldn't want nobody to put no false accusations on nobody. You see, when we put accusations on brothers on this channel, it's because, one, we either looking at how you moving right then. Right then. You see, if I was up here doing dumb stuff every single day, then I need for a brother to get up here and say, yo, man, you don't understand what you've been through already. You don't understand where you came from already. What you playing with these folk. You don't play with them folk, man. When them folk give you, and this is what I'm telling anybody, no matter what it is, when them folk give you a second chance to do shit different, you do it different. You know what I'm saying? You don't play with them folk. Them folk will put you in there and you will never see the daylight again over some bullshit. They giving what he offer or what he got Brother Thaxton doing. I don't know what that brother did or what he was involved with. All I know is what we see, and what we seen didn't amount to the time that he got. 20 years. 20 years, I get out when I'm 65. I ain't trying to do it, dog, for a damn dog reputation. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I ain't trying to talk politically correct, no, none of that. I ain't trying to do it, fam. I got too much money I'm trying to make, too many people I'm trying to help, too many things I'm trying to do, and too much life I'm trying to live, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the shit like going to the schools and talk to them folk and let them know, yo, because we gotta, in order to make this whole thing better, forget the dogs. Forget the dogs. In order to make the dogs better, you gotta have better people. In order to make better people, you gotta start from young bucks. You gotta let these young bucks know that life that they think is that gangster life. Dog, you ain't ready for it. And that stuff that you think and you hearing in the music, none of that shit real. You know what I'm saying? The ones that doing the shooting, them ain't the ones that's running the ones that's calling the shots, sending the brothers to do the shooting. The ones that's calling the shots, half the time they ain't got the heart to do the shooting. You sending a man to go do the shooting and you want to do it yourself. Brothers that's doing the shooting. I'm gonna tell you the new motto. My brothers that doing that popping, my shooters, my steppers. This the new motto for 2025. Any brother, I don't care what set he in. If he real with you, he gonna be real with you. I don't care what set he in. Blood, GDs, Crips, BDs, whatever set he in. He seen you to do that thing. Say, man, come with me, man. Come with me, man. You go first and I'm right behind you, big homie. I'm gonna spray that thing right after you spray it. You know? Because these brothers ain't gonna step and they gonna see you to step and you gonna lose your life, fam. Whether you losing your life from that brother popping back on you or you gonna get 5 years, you think you got away with it? Nah. Somebody you done told, they done got in trouble. Now, they gonna get their shit off. I know somebody who did this. Okay, boom, now you gone. Rest of your life, dog, stepping for a brother who ain't gonna step for you. You know, that's why I say, man, brothers gotta stop adopting other brothers' problems until you adopt a problem with a brother that you don't want problems with. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about me, I'm talking about any brother. I can be getting problems with a brother I don't want problems with. And I'm just smart enough to know that, you know? And one thing about it, if you, Lord bless me to make it to 45, you know, he ain't blessed me to make it to 45 being stupid. You can call me this, you can say I'm fat, you can say I'm skinny, you can say I'm whatever. But I made it to where I made it at not being stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna start being stupid. It is what it is. I can't help one thing I can't help, and this ain't just about no damn dog, just about anything. You know? I done seen brothers, I done grew up around. When I say grew up around, came up around you occasionally, you know, because the brothers start trying to pinpoint and think I'm talking about a particular person. I done seen old brothers older than me go to prison, come home, gang banging. There's no way in hell you can go to prison close to 40 years old and coming home gang banging. Somewhere in your mental, you're lacking something. See, this is what they don't want me to talk about, and they'll say I'm talking about this and I'm talking about that. But now I'm just keeping it real, fam. You know, anybody from the East Coast, I'm gonna tell you now, you from the East Coast, and they gonna get mad because I say this. You from the East Coast, I'm 45. You 45, 46, 47, and you pop it, and you talking that, for one, I've been up and down from New York to Florida in the early 90s, the mid 90s. You know, I know about that gang stuff, and I know it wasn't like it. I know it ain't the way brothers be wanting to claim it be or claim it was. You know, and I always say this, man, because we got money on the East Coast, down south particular. I can't claim what New York was doing, but my New York brothers was getting money too. We got money on the East Coast, and that gang stuff wasn't a part of the situation. We got women, we got money, we sold that thing, and we did what we did, and everybody repped they neighborhoods, or when I say neighborhoods, or either cities, or it wasn't no Bloods or Crip, it was, or he from over here, or he from over there. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go out of town, all y'all, the whole city together. You know what I'm saying? It ain't quite the same. And then you got these brothers want to adopt another brother problems until you adopt something you're not ready for. You know? And that's all, like I said, man. You know, like I'm on the type of shit like, you know, saving, I got a platform, and I'm going to do my platform to help people. See, it might not help you because you was a hard head. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be the same one to think, oh, like I say, oh, he can't fight dogs. I can do whatever I want to do if I want to do it. You know, I decide to choose and live the life I'm living. You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever I want to do. You know, I was never convicted of dog fighting. I was charged with dog fighting. It got dropped on me, you know. Because brothers will come up with all your time over. You trying to hate on the next man. Listen here, my brother. Nah, fam. I want you to love them dogs, do them dogs the right way, make these dogs last where brothers can keep these dogs the way they supposed to be, foundationally built, structurally built, and how them brothers created them dogs, Mr. Lightner, Mr. Kobe, Mr. Lloyd, all them brothers who created them dogs, keeping them dogs the same way. And not saying in 50 years, we don't even got the same kind of dog that brothers started out with. You know what I'm saying? If we keep letting it go the way it's going, I mean, come on, ADBA doesn't let the XL bullies and all that stuff up in there, you know? Give me a second, I'm talking. You know, no disrespect to them XL bullies and my brothers. You know, not the XL bully, the XL pit bull. You know, for my days, none of that shit got up in the ADBA. It let that stuff in because of money. You know, because of money. But yeah, man, this is the most I ever seen like grown men seem like you taking orders, man. I never seen this many grown men take orders or this many grown men move like they gotta have your natural biological father is supposed to be your father. If you don't have one, I understand that to my brothers who don't I never had one. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to my brothers, you know, that did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? But for brothers to be out here grown as hell, moving like they, you know, need daddies. And when I say that, I mean you need another man to validate what you're doing. You can't make your moves unless another man says it's okay. You gotta be a certain kind of way around these people and a certain kind of way around these people. You see? Learn how to be yourself no matter where you go at. You know? Of course, if you doing business, or I'm gonna put it like this: learn how to adapt to the situation, no matter where you go at. If you in a business, you gotta do yourself stuff how you gotta do it. If you in this, you gotta do it how you gotta do it. If you in that, you gotta do it how you gotta do it. But you gotta learn how to adapt. You know, and taking over another brother beef, another brother problem ain't gonna be nothing, man. Y'all brothers, you wouldn't have no enemies if you wouldn't be hating people that the next person hate for no apparent reason. You know, but hey, man, let me get on to this. I want to say this. One brother asks, "What's the pros and the cons, the positive and the negative of keeping dogs on chains?" I seen it on Facebook, so I'm gonna drop my 2 cents in that. Positive and negative of keeping on chains. Let's go with the positive first. Okay. One thing, like I said before, dog on a chain seems like his body structure is a little more harder than the dogs in the cage or the dog in the house. Seems like his body structure is a little more harder. Uh, Unless you have a real big cage, sometimes the chains they get more exercise. You know, on a chain, I will say this: it's easier to keep it clean. You know, you can easier keep it. It seems like this the dog staying in a clean environment is easier with the chain than the cage. Cause see, when you got a cage, it seems like all the dookies stack up, right? Every time you use the bathroom, it just stack up, it just stack up. But when he got a chain, it's like, you know, he have it in his area, he might put it over here, but it's like he still got all this other room where he can run around at. You know, um, you rarely find a dog that just go right to the corner every single time and just pile all the manure up in one pile. So he gonna be stacking it all up in the cage, and you're gonna have to constantly do that. So on the chain, you may give yourself a few days to clean up. You know what I'm saying? Where you can say, "Oh, I don't gotta clean up every single day." You can clean up every other day, and still have them in a clean spot. You know, and when it comes to some dogs knock it out the way and different things. But all in all, a chain. I think a chain make a dog feel free compared to a cage. Look at it like this: a cage is making you feel confined. Makes you feel confined. You know, and I always like to use humans into certain scenarios. And I said this one a long time ago. A lot of brothers probably weren't here when I said this. Cage or chain, you know, if it's a fine, I'm talking about this chick bad, you know, and she right over there, and she want to come over and talk to me, you know, I'd rather have my leg in a chain than be inside of a cage right here. I'd rather talk to her on the chain than be in that cage, you know, because in that cage I'm feeling confined. I can't do that, man. I'm stuck in here. I like, you know, I'm in a cage, but on that chain, man, I can come up, I can grab your hand, I can mac to you, I can, you know, I can, you know, I'm stuck here. I can't go nowhere, but I can see life. I can see what's going on around me. I can feel like I'm free to an extent. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with a chain, I think. You know, I look at it like that a little bit. But the cons with a chain, you know, some dogs get super smart. They break out. They slip their necks out of collars. Um, some dogs are destructive and they they run around and jump so much that they bruise their body with the chains. Um, some people, most of the bad stuff with chains is not really the chain itself, it's just the bad chain setup. You know, if a brother got a good chain setup, it's not a whole lot of cons to a chain. You know, not a whole lot of cons to it. And some brothers might drop down in the chat because you know I may be forgetting something right now. There's not a whole lot of cons to a chain. A cage looks far more better than a chain. You know, 3 cages, boom, 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 3 chains, boom, boom, boom. Hands down, cages look more professional. You know, cages look more professional. But when it comes to pit bulls, we gotta be careful with our cages. We gotta make sure we got a top on our cages. That's one thing about our pit bulls. We really underestimate them tops. Them tops are just as important as the fronts and the sides and all that because them pit bulls can climb like spiders. And when they get agitated, when they get souped up, they will start to climb. And if you never seen one climb, that don't mean he won't climb. He just haven't did it in front of you yet. When he get ready to get in that cage, if you don't got a top on it, he will climb. Take his time, foot for foot, 6-foot cage, 8-foot cage, whatever cage you got, he will take his time and climb out that cage. You know, so always take that little precaution and remember to put your top on it. You know, I had a pit that ate off I had the tarp on the top. He ate through the tarp on firecracker night, 4th of July night, you know, and he never climbed no other night. Firecrackers set him off. When firecrackers come, I gotta tie him down for real. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but with the cages, um, you gotta clean up more. You know, but like I said, you more professional. Um, it's more, how can I put it, man? The cage can be more easy to deal with. You know, you don't gotta keep going to buy chain pieces, chains popping, and that type of stuff. Um, one bad thing with a cage, you got some dogs that bite, so now you gotta make sure you get a strong enough cage. You know, you can't just use your average 10 by 10 box fence because them pit bulls will chew through them. You know, Malawi's will chew through them too, so you have to get your more strong wire when you're using them cages and stuff like that. Um, but like I said, man, the cages look professional. Uh, you can keep your dogs pretty much out of the sunlight if you give them a good top on it. Keep them off the ground, which is a big plus for a lot of brothers keeping their dogs off the ground. And you could definitely do that with a cage. You know, just put your run up under it, some type of plywood or some pallets or build your little joint or something. It don't take too much, but you know, just with the cages, when they come to the grounds, if you got them like on the ground level, you got to watch for your dogs digging up under the cage. It's a bad thing I have with Malawi puppies. When they come as a group, they like to think as a group, like a pack of dogs, and it's easy for them to dig out a cage that you have on the ground. So a lot of times you have to put something up under them cages, like a piece of wood or some concrete or something, to keep that dog in. But that's just a few things, you know, that I could come off right off the head. Like I said, y'all drop down in the chat, let a brother or sister know what's the pros and the cons for change. You know, and cages. When you put your chains down, you got to make sure you got good stake in the ground. I lost a lot of good dogs like this. Rain come, your stake not it's in the ground while the ground dry. But as soon as the ground, gets wet, and maybe it's okay if the dog just chilling, but if the dog get to running and he gets juiced up on the day that that rain is coming, then the ground is soft and the dog, pulls out. Then you have an accident, maybe an accident you really don't want. In my case, one that I didn't want. So make sure that you have an axle. Some brothers use the half a car axles. Some brothers use the stuff that you buy from the feed stores. A lot of times when I buy the axles from the feed stores, what I like to do is bury it in the ground. If I take that axle and put it at least 2 feet in the ground, and then have the chain coming out the dirt, and that way, put your swivels on the end of the chain, and you don't have to worry about the axle actually taking a lot of pressure from the dog running, because it's gonna be down in the dirt, and the axle won't feel the actual pressure from the dog. You know what I'm saying? So both got good pros and cons. I feel like in a cage you can secure a dog better on a chain. I feel like one of them trick master dogs, a dog that's them trick master dogs. You can secure them better on a chain than you can in a cage. Cause some of them dogs, and they get smart. When they get smart and they realize they know how to get out, they'll do it when you're not around. You know, and them the dangerous dogs. I don't mean like they're gonna go hurt somebody. I mean like go start an accident on the yard. You know what I'm saying? The ones that it start, and this is another thing you gotta pay attention to real quick while I'm thinking about it. Them collars, certain collars, they loosen up when it get wet, when it out there in that rain and stuff like that. So when you have your dog outside and it starts raining and you got a good collar on them, you may have it tight enough, but don't have it too loose if it's a certain kind of dog, because when that rain hit it, and it may be some of them leather collars, uh, or some of them cloth collars. When that rain hit it, all they got to do is stretch just a tad bit, and that dog realized that collar stretch, he'll slip his head right out of it, and he'll be gone to one of them other dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just a little my input on that, man. Like I said, I hope brothers had a great holiday weekend. I want to salute and send a shout out to everybody that got one of them Walker Red, them pure Walker Red puppies. You know what I'm saying? Coming off Meliella and Fletcher. I want to send a shout out to y'all, man. Hope y'all enjoy y'all puppies, and hope you see success with the puppies, into your program. And like I said, these are the last of the 5 dogs off the original yard. You know what I'm saying? The last 5 dogs off the original yard, bred by the by the OG himself. Bred by the OG himself. And I was there with my dog, so that's why I always be talking. You know what I'm saying? But the OG did it himself. Last 5 that I can verify. You know what I'm saying? Last 5. So brothers, 20, 30 years from now, when they start talking about them big John dogs and certain dogs like them tant dogs from the 2000 era, because Yellow died Yellow died a long time ago, but them yellow dogs was born in 2000. I don't know how Grand Champion Yellow had sons in the year 2000, but 30 years from now, when they start talking about all that stuff on that high tech equipment y'all gonna have and we gonna have, I'm gonna be around. You need me to do an interview to bring me back. PB, tell them about how it was back in 2024. Man, they was out here lying. They was out here lying, boy. They wanted, hey, listen here. Remember that, brothers. Remember the last 5. Mellow Yellow, Fletcher, Yellow John, he died. And my brother over there with the 2 that he got. And the thing about it, why we always gotta say, and I speak on that, the last ones that we know for sure, because we know how things go. Eh, No, this is no disrespect to no brother, but you can only go by what a brother say. You know what I'm saying? You can only go by that. But I'm gonna leave that alone, man. I'm gonna leave that alone because, like I said, Walker Reds, big salute to the brothers that got it. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to any brother that got any old family Southern Red from me or the Walker Reds from me. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to all y'all brothers, and I look to meeting great dog brothers and sisters in the future as well. You know, and that's why I say, man, a lot of y'all brothers, y'all make fake problems, fake problems, fake problems, and make it seem like you really got stuff going on, and then you make other people who may be really about something, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and but they don't have the mentality to think for themselves, you know. And that's the type of people I'm not trying to deal with in my group. You know, we have all type of folk here, but whether you like what I'm saying or not, you gotta respect it because I'm thinking for myself. I'm not letting you think for me or the next man think for me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got one person that that can get up here on any of these dog channels and say, any of the dog news, any of the dog talk, anything I said about these dogs, got their dogs tooken, got them, got their yard raided, any of that type of stuff. You know, you can't say it. You only mad because half of the stuff I'm saying is the truth. If I say these brothers sold a part German Shepherd, you only mad because this stuff is the truth. You know, I have no reason to hate on that brother Aubrey. He was, from what I'm seeing, no hate, no nothing. He was making some good breedings. But the ones he gave my partner, one of them was mixed breed. I have no reason to lie about that. You know, all I was saying was it's effed up for you to know a mixed breed tag your dog and you still push it out to brothers. That's all I said. You know, but see, brothers be having other ulterior motives to why they have a problem with the bay. You got brothers who stay right here in Horry County, who before I even got on YouTube, before I even got on Facebook, they was all on Facebook showing this, showing treadmills, showing this, showing that. But they was moving wrong. And they got the results from moving wrong. And they be around here hating, you know. But like they say, you ain't doing nothing if you ain't got haters. You know, and I've been doing this thing long enough that the haters ain't just start coming, they've been here. So I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? Used to it. But hey, man, like I said, I only speak for what I'm running. You know what I'm saying? I can brothers, like I said, brothers jump off the porch and don't know what's going on out here with these dogs. You know, I don't know how a brother expect me to fall up under folk with dogs who you never showed me a reason to. You get my drift? You know, you ain't out hunting nobody around me with the stuff that you want me to like. You know, how can you want me to fall in place with somebody who in my eyes was losing with the stock you want to talk high on? So then y'all brothers get mad and start want to put all your little funny stuff in the comments because I say, stop bragging about a line and tell me what you did to that line. Did you beat any of that stuff? Because like I said before, that's my second part of my dog game when I start running the stuff that I'm running now. You know, when I'm running the stuff off Bo, you couldn't shit that shit on me. I had one dog, and that's all I needed at that time. One damn dog. And every time they went and got it, I beat one off Little John. I beat one off Diablo. You know, I beat one off of who else? Off of Hitler with the same damn dog. Hold on for a minute. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. With the same dog, you know? And like I said, tell me I'm lying so I can get up here. Man, tell me I'm lying. That's all I'm gonna say. Tell me I'm lying. I can't see myself doing it, dog. You know? you gotta get in where you fit in at, dog. You wasn't winning. What I look like? I'm not out here to lie. I'm not out here to try to fit in. You know, you should have been bulldogging when we was bulldogging. And when I say bulldogging, I mean winning. I don't mean doing it. Doing it, everybody was doing it. Was you winning when you was doing it? You know? And shit me. What the hell I'm supposed to do? I'm winning and you wasn't winning, and you want me to fall up under this shit? Shoe fits, wear it for anybody. You know? It just is what it is, man. And you don't expect me to feel some kind of way. For brother even trying to play it on that level. But hey, man, it is what it is. Them folk know about them PBK9 hounds, you know what I'm saying? Them folk know about them PBK9 hounds. When these brothers was sitting around trying to keep everything quiet, trying to be on the hush-hush, keep it on low, PBK been doing this thing. You know, when brothers was around here, but see, this the thing, like I say, when there's a lack of communication, everything always gets screwed up. And I ain't talking about with me and them. I'm talking about with them. You know, somebody ain't tell the other person how deep it is out here in this social media. You know, and big salute to my brother that hit me up in the in the comments of Make America Game Again group. Y'all go join the Make America Game Again group. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no foolery over there with the BS. We boot you out. You know what I'm saying? We boot you out with the BS. It just is what it is. But go join it. But the brother that hit me up and said he dropped a video with the pure welcome pups. I say great looking pups because they is. You know, but I want to know who they off of. I don't want to know about they pure. You know, because that ain't how I do my dogs. I don't get up here and say I got pure walk dogs. I say I got pure Big John dogs. You know, because I'm running my own name. They bred by those brothers. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got this other shit going on now, and I ain't talking about them brothers. I'm talking about this dog game. Got something else going on, and I got to separate myself. You know what I'm saying? To let these brothers know, because when we start talking about this yellow shit, I gotta let these brothers know I got that the deal. I can't help what the next man got. You know, and don't be talking about me, like I said before. You know, it's 4 dogs left off that stuff. 2 of them I got, the other 2 is somewhere else. They got. You know, other than that, I'm separating myself. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, period. You kept it quiet this long, keep it quiet now. You know what I'm saying? Because PBK doing the damn thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You know, taking these same dogs and showing brothers what to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Giving brothers good, healthy, strong-boned dogs. You know, I ain't just trying to give you a dog just because it got a nice pet on it. No, none of that. I'm giving you good, healthy, quality pets for your family. You know? And like I said, brother, drop them dogs who your dog coming off of. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you got a nice looking litter there. You know? But I don't really fly off that pure walk talk, you know, without me telling me who they off of. You know what I'm saying? But big salute to your fam, man. Much luck. Not really luck if you're dealing with what you're dealing with, but much success to you with your litter and your pups and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And keep dropping them pics, man. And keep showing me them great looking dogs in the group as well. You know, but it just is what it is, man. Gotta give it to brothers how I always have to give it to brothers. Like I said, we going into the next holiday weekend. Everybody gotta stay safe. All my brothers that didn't make it over the weekend, we send a RIP to them brothers and sisters that didn't make it over the past week or two. We send a RIP to them. But yeah, man. For anybody who just coming in, we started off this thing talking about the hides. I was talking about um, big salute, and like I said, I can't speak about this without saying where I got it from. I got it from Samurai. I was talking about the something about the deer hide or something. What he was saying, but anyway, we were speaking about the cow hide being the strongest, deer hide being the second strongest, and the hog hide being the third strongest when it comes to lasting and getting wet and not ripping. We talked about curing it out. You want to put your salt on this side right here, leave it out in the sun, or put it in like a hot barn or something. The salt, you ain't got too much worry about no flies or nothing like that. Just you want to cover it with salt. You want to put salt on it from top to bottom in this fatty part of the area, meat area, and just let it sit. You want to let it sit and let it dry out. It's gonna be some weeks. Let it sit and dry out. Then it's supposed to be ready. But we was talking about it, as far as the hog hide getting wet and tearing. When the dog saliva's on it and the dog grabs it for a long period of time, the hog hide will rip before any of the hides. A shimmy, that's what the cloth is called. A shimmy. The yellow cloth I was telling you about, how the hog hide feel when it get wet. Feel like a shimmy cloth. Yep. But yeah, man, y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. And like I said, I appreciate everybody rocking with the Bay, man. Doing it how we doing it, giving it to them fair and cut, raw and unbiased. Like I said, everybody with the Walker Red puppies. If you need any information on what to do, or if you seeing something and you want me to give you some advice on it, just hit me up anytime, man, anytime. And actually, anybody who rock with me with the dogs, you can hit me up anytime about the dogs. And ask me questions and stuff. If you want me to address it on the live or on a video, let me know that. If you want something just straight on the back streets, hit me up in the messenger, or hit me up directly on my phone or something. But yeah, man, big salute to everybody, man. And like I said, y'all brothers, you better stop, cause see, I say F the Eli dogs. That don't mean, hey, Supreme, I'm gonna use you as an example, big dog. If I say F your dog, that don't mean I got a problem with you. That don't mean me and you should be beefing because I say, oh man, them dogs ain't shit. Cause see, back in my days, when I say the dog wasn't nothing, the dog wasn't shit, all that led to was, let's see if he's something. So you didn't get mad at the person literally. It was just competitive talk. But see, these brothers these days, you take competitive talk and it lets you don't like a person. Oh, because I say I don't like that dog, man, F that dog. That dog ain't nothing. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. Oh, he don't like me now. But hey, man, it just is what it is. Different era, different ball game. We just here to get that dog talk, whether you like it or not. You gonna get it. Holla at me. Stay safe. Stay legal. PBK9s. Keep doing it how y'all doing it. Bulldogging. Bulldoggers life. And we out.
Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burning G. All by his bread. Bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Bitch, I'm all about my bread. All by my bread. Now what's this gonna be? You know how I played it all. That nigga burning Mr.